I'm the person that looked at the Mona Lisa and be like, man, that's gonna be cool in 40 years.
Right.
Right? I play forever.
Right.
I play forever.
It doesn't, it actually succeeds. But if everything I did failed, just the fact that I'm willing to fail.
Famous rappers share their secret. Best motivational advice from rappers. Rap and hip-hop may be seen by many just as street music. The genre has been demonized by its association with gang violence and has often been represented by questionable characters. But even so, we can't overlook the fact that there are a lot of rappers out there who inspire and motivate us with their powerful lyrics and hypnotizing beats. Just like any form of art, rap is a representation of the artist's personal experiences and emotions, a representation of what living in a harsh environment really means, and an expression of the grit that a tough life demands. Do you believe rap music has broken the shackles of being viewed as a street product not worthy of changing lives? Let us know in the comments section below. For now, let's look at the best motivational advice from famous rappers. Number 1. Nas. Nas, real name Nasir Jones, is one of the most prolific and influential hip-hop artists of all time. His music has helped to shape the genre for decades. Nas recommends that other rappers should become students of hip-hop, study the style of other rappers, and develop their own distinctive sound. By the same token, they should listen to as many different flows as possible to find out what works for them. Additionally, the New York-based lyricist once said to the upcoming artists, "Don't ever give up on yourself. Keep pushing, because the change of guards is what life's all about. You always gotta stick with whatever you're into, because your day is going to come. Your day is destined. If you walk away from that, whether it be from fear or whether you're just giving up, the greatest sin is fear and giving up." Number 2. Russ. Russell James Vitale, born September 22, 1992, better known by his stage name Russ, is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter from Atlanta, Georgia. Confidence, self-sufficiency, and a certain amount of audacity were the themes of an hour-plus long appearance by Russ at New York University's Steinhardt School in 2018. He told the story behind his own path to success and gave advice on the positives and pitfalls along the way. Asked what inspired him to take a DIY approach, "It was just a means of survival," he replied. "When you're sitting in the basement trying to get on, you have no choice. You gotta figure out how to make a song. I gotta bang on these buttons until it sounds good. What inspired me was the love of making music and having no one around, and just saying, I gotta figure this out." In a separate incident, Russ was quoted saying, "Trust your gut and build up your career on your own so that you have the leverage to dictate whatever terms you want. You're what they want and need, not the other way around. Remember your value. Having the upper hand and leverage in business negotiations is how you get the deals you want. Make sure the other side has skin in the game though, so they have an incentive to work hard for you and with you. Also, be hands-on. I personally know everyone and have met everyone involved with my career on the business side. I email people. I don't just leave shit up to my manager. I see everything, have input on everything. Nothing gets done without my approval. Nothing. Take control of your career and don't put it in the hands of someone else." Number 3. Tupac Shakur. More than 20 years after his untimely death, the legacy of Tupac Shakur is still widely felt. If you want to learn more about Tupac's insightful worldview and his articulate opinions on various subjects, there's a collection of legendary Tupac quotes for you. Tupac Shakur is one of the most iconic rappers of all time. No one else embodied the gangster rap aesthetic of the 1990s more authentically than the young American rapper who quickly rose to the top of the hip-hop industry. Tupac's songs resonated deeply with the issues and problems his listeners were confronted with within their own lives, leading him to become a lightning rod to them. Despite his kind nature, many of his songs expressed rage, violence, and anger about racism, social injustice, and street violence. Reading through this quote collection will take you back in time when Tupac Shakur was still alive. Discover the lyrical genius behind the famous songs and what motivated him to stand up for his ideals. Among the best used are, "I'm not saying that I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. You never know how strong you can be until being strong is the only choice you have left. The only thing that can stop me is death, and even then, my music will live forever. If there was no money and our wealth was based on our morals and how we treated people, we'd all be millionaires. Happy are those who dream dreams and are ready to pay the price to make them come true. Never surrender. It's all about the faith you got. Don't ever stop. Just push it till you hit the top. And if you drop, at least you know you gave your all to be true to you. That way you can never fail. Number 4. Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a world-famous American musician and businessman known for his iconic rapping style, being married to Beyoncé, and becoming hip-hop's first billionaire. He's currently among the wealthiest people in the U.S., though his road to superstardom and mega-riches wasn't always the easiest. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Jay-Z didn't grow up a wealthy or elite individual. Instead, he had a rough adolescence that led him to use rap as an outlet and an escape. After years in the hip-hop industry, he made a name for himself and eventually became a household name. This was largely influenced by his decision to start his own record label and create his own success. Known for the wealth of wisdom he's provided through his music and interviews, words of advice from Jay-Z are invaluable. During a recent interview with Jaslyn, aka Jazzy, an aspiring 11-year-old reporter from Bushwick, Brooklyn, who's previously spoken with stars like Nas, Derek Jeter, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and others, the Can't Knock the Hustle rapper drops some jewels about achieving success and following your dreams. Believe in yourself, even before anyone else believes in you, the 51-year-old told Jazzy. You've got to have ultimate confidence, like you do. You're very confident. And just believe in yourself. This attitude and determination has been a hallmark of Jay-Z's business dealings, as most of his wealth and success has come through his decisions to invest in himself and what he believes in. Through his quotes, you can learn more about how the rapper has amassed his fortune, and maybe use his advice to find additional ways to make money in your own life. He once said, "I won't buy it until I can buy it twice." Investing money in something has an inherent level of risk you can't avoid. You can't know what will happen to the market. So there's never anything that's going to be a 100% sure bet. So if you can't afford to invest your money, you shouldn't be investing. Number 5. Diddy. The hip-hop mogul Diddy shared a bit of advice while taking several juicy bites into a mango, which was the central object of his speech, not the latest flavor of his Ciroc vodka. He just got off promoting his De Leon tequila during the most private party in the world he hosted over the 4th of July weekend in 2021, with guests as big as Drake. Later, the 51-year-old rapper and businessman took the following day off to simply enjoy the fruits of his labor and the fruit from a platter by his infinity pool overlooking the ocean as he dove into his speech before diving into the pool with his goggles on. "You can do it. You can be whoever you want," he said while munching on the mango. "You can be eating mango too, with the ocean as your backyard. I ain't special. I just want it bad, you feel me? I will not allow myself to not have mango. I hustle hard. Don't allow yourself to not have mangoes and the ocean as your backyard." In the caption for the video, the multi-hyphenate, who has a net worth of more than 800 million, pointed out his humble beginnings of waking up to 15 roaches on my face. "At that moment I said, hell no, I refuse to live like this. Work hard, believe in your crazy dreams, and never settle." Number 6. DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled isn't just a successful musician, he's a lifestyle. He's not a mainstream singer or rapper, but he's landed more hits than most pop stars. He is the rare star who works behind the scenes, producing tunes and writing songs, but who's now a household name. He's branded everything he's touched, and he's as well known for sayings, mantras, and his work ethic as he is for his music, at least to some. When it comes to looking up to people who have succeeded in their careers, many of them have had success in not just one genre, but many in order to get where they are. DJ Khaled is a perfect example of that, as he's not only a fantastic DJ and rapper, but also an entrepreneur who has built his brand from the ground up. He's also carved out a place for himself as something of a lifestyle guru. Touted as the first Snapchat celebrity, the Miami native and two-time Grammy nominee has developed a name for himself by endorsing positive behavior and introducing readers to The Keys, a set of principles for life and career that are meant to help people rise above. Along the way, he's worked with iconic superstars, including Nicki Minaj, Drake, Nas, John Legend, Rick Ross, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z. Throughout one's career, they're going to have to ride the wave in terms of highs and lows of it, especially dealing with the lows. Khaled discusses that the road to his success has been met with a ton of storms and the mixture of sunny days. But to keep your head up and work through with your mind focused. Life is like school. You will be tested. The key is to pass it, and you have to do well on those tests over time in order to graduate. Who among the featured rappers is your favorite? Let us know in the comment section below.